morning and welcome back to Ecliptic at Rosa Parks Circle. A very important piece of artwork for the city of Grand Rapids, built and created by artist Maya Lin just over 20 years ago. Back? Boy. Okay. So now while we may be a relatively small group of individuals gathered here today, I think it's interesting to reflect on the point. Let me see if I can find just the right zone here. Check. Oh boy. How about here? Okay. So you all benefit from my finding the sweet spot here, okay? Hello? Okay. So while we are a relatively small group of individuals gathered here today, I do think it's interesting to reflect on the point that an estimated well over 10 million park users and visitors have been a part of this important space since its creation in the year 2000. It's pretty remarkable. The success of this space is what really led to the creation of the Ecliptic at Rosa Parks Circle Conservancy, who with the city and downtown Grand Rapids set out to restore, elevate, and preserve this important space well into the future. Now, while a bulk of the renovation project focused on the replacement of all of the concrete rings around this space with precisely quarried and cut granite, the replacement of all bollard lighting and litter receptacles, the addition of new bench seating, and the restoration of our restroom facilities, the design team was also capable of incorporating some elements of way showing throughout this project. And those elements of way showing are really meant to help elevate the importance of this space and to continue telling the important story and the history of this space well into the future. So, while I've got a few more minutes of microphone time here, as your Director of Parks and Recreation, I'd like to begin by expressing a deep sense of gratitude and appreciation to our mayor and our city manager, both for their leadership and for their ongoing support of important projects like this one. A great deal of thanks also to Trip Fry and the entire Conservancy Board, Tim Kelly with Downtown Grand Rapids Incorporated, Dana Fries Hansen with the Grand Rapids Art Museum, Progressive AE and the entire design team, Granger Construction, and of course, Carrie Enriquez, who led the entire project team throughout this important renovation project. Thank you for coming out this morning. We do have some light refreshments up on the terrace of the Art Museum, so thank you, Dana. Join us for that, but at this point in time, I would like to invite our mayor up to share some of her own personal reflections. So, Mayor Bliss.
All right, we'll see how this goes. Good afternoon, everyone. What a beautiful day to come together to celebrate the reopening of the Ecliptic here in the heart of our city. It's a beautiful day as we celebrate this space. As I was walking over here, I was thinking about this space and what it looked like 25, 30 years ago. And some of us remember how unbelievably different it was. It was not open, it was kind of closed, people didn't always feel safe. And then our community does what our community does so well. And that was people with vision and heart and love for the city came together and said, we need something different. We need something stunning. We need something beautiful in the heart of our city. A gathering space for people to come together, to connect with one another, and to celebrate. And we are standing here today because of a lot of the people who are with us, a lot of the people who are still here today. But we are here today because of people in this city who love this city, who came together to make this space possible. And 20 years later, a lot of the same people, many people, new people, who have grown to love our city said, we have to renovate and restore this space and make sure that it continues to be a beautiful space for generations to come. And so today, as we look around, we can see all of the upgrades and renovations that did just that, making sure that this will continue to be a beautiful piece of public art in the heart of our city that is available all year round. This is a 4-season space, which I have talked about since I've been mayor, is how do we become a city that embraces that we are a 4-season city. And this space helps us do that. And there are so many things I love about this space, but I'll tell you what I love the most. In learning about the history of how this space was created and the vision that Maya Lynn had for this space, one of my favorite stories of her development and creation of this piece of art is the lights in this space, and that they are a reflection of the constellation that was in the sky in Grand Rapids on January 1st of 2000. So when I come to this space, I'm able to appreciate the past, but I'm also able to recognize the importance of this space for the future of our city. So I want to give my personal heartfelt thanks to every single person that helped make this renovation possible, but even more than that, every single one of you who helped create this space in the first place. So I'm delighted to be here today as we celebrate this reopening and the renovation and restoration of this incredible gem that we have in the heart of our city. So thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, for your remarks, and David for coordinating this beautiful reopening ceremony, and all of our partners that are with us today. I do want to express my appreciation for your effort, because it's one thing to create a great asset in the city, and it's another to maintain it. And 20 years and over $2 million later, with partnership from the city, the DDA, and the Ecliptic Conservancy, we're here today, as the mayor alluded to earlier, celebrating this great reopening. This place that means so much for art and its proximity to another great asset in our art museum, as well as the economy. This is a vibrant centerpiece for Center Business District here along Monroe Center and downtown, and a place for gathering where people of all different walks can come together and discuss and share experiences. And we'll have such an event even this weekend with the Juneteenth celebration, I believe, is scheduled to be here on Sunday. And so what a great place for our community to celebrate and continue to add the importance of being in Grand Rapids and experiences like we're having today and days to come. This has become a very vibrant part of our community. I look forward to the many more events that are going to occur here, and looking forward to participating in the ice skating what's on right now when the rink reopens this fall. But I do want to thank the Parks Director, David Marquardt, and all of his staff, as well as all the city project and team of engineers who partnered with Granger and many others to make this day possible. Thank you so much for all that you do.
All right, we'll see if I can find the hot spot here. Not as quick on my feet as those who speak regularly, so I'm going to use a little paper here. But again, thank you again to everyone. Echo the thanks to my fellow Conservancy members, project partners, and donors. And I want to give a special recognition to the city and to DGR. They both stepped up in a major way to make this project happen and get it over the finish line. So thank you very much. More than 20 years ago, my father, my uncles, and my aunts had a vision for a dynamic and world-class public space driven by the family's long-standing belief in the value of public art. Little did they know how successful their idea would become. It was estimated that this space would receive about 250,000 visitors annually. As it turns out, Ecliptic at Rosa Parks Circle has become the town square of Grand Rapids and hosts north of 750,000 people every year. It is the place where residents of our great city gather to celebrate, to mourn, rally, or protest. And there is no finer compliment for this space than for it to be the emotional center of our city. The success of this space is in no small part driven by Maya Lin's design. It is welcoming, interesting, beautiful, and flows seamlessly with the surrounding areas. It's also world-class. I venture to guess most users of this space don't realize they are standing or sitting in or skating on a very special piece of art. And did you know that Ecliptic is often in curriculum for public art classes around the country? 20 years after this park was dedicated, it became needed a little more than some TLC. The Ecliptic at 2020 project not only resulted in higher quality materials and longer lasting materials to elevate the space as a piece of art. A well thought out way showing plan will allow users of the space to more easily understand the design elements of Ecliptic and perhaps more deeply appreciate the artistic value of this space. So today we celebrate the fact that Ecliptic at Rosa Parks Circle is now well positioned for another multi-decade run as the town square. But more importantly, we celebrate the importance of public spaces and public art. Thank you again to all who were involved in this really fun project.
Thank you, Tripp. Good morning, everyone. I'm Tim Kelly with Downtown Grand Rapids Incorporated. On behalf of our organization, as well as the entire downtown community, just want to say thank you to all the project partners that helped to make this project happen. Really just wanted to reiterate some of the things that Tripp said, that although we're technically standing in the northwest quadrant of the city, Rosa Parks and Ecliptic is really the heart of our community, both for downtown and the city as a whole. It's where anyone can come and gather, can express themselves freely, can celebrate the community, can enjoy art and entertainment, and in the winter can even play a game of human hungry hippos. I invite you all to try that out. But again, this is a truly unique community asset, a world-class piece of art, and really emblematic of the things that we believe are important for a public space and a town square. So again, just want to say thank you to everyone that helped make this happen. This is really the embodiment of the work that we like to do at DGRI, which is both to create and preserve these public spaces that are welcoming to everyone. And as an urban planner, just really excited to be here and welcome you all back to Ecliptic at Rosa Parks. So thank you again. Please enjoy the rest of this beautiful day, and I'll invite Dana Fries-Hansen up now.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks, everyone. I'm Dana, the director of the Grand Rapids Art Museum, and it's exciting to be here today. In fact, Maya Lin's Ecliptic was one of the things that attracted me to this position, because Maya Lin is one of the world's most admired public artists. She's a dedicated environmentalist, and she celebrates and interprets the natural world through science, history, politics, and culture. And one of the important things is that Ecliptic is at once an artwork, it's landscape architecture, and it's a beloved city park. And it was inspired by the Grand River, which used to flow through this spot. And she was inspired by the native peoples who gathered here, who were first drawn to it, which was the seeds of the community that has developed. And she's also interested in the generations of people who will come here and followed us to this day, to this spot. Maya's focus when she was conceiving the work and her project was to celebrate 3 states of water across 4 seasons. So although liquid water is in the fountain over there. We have water vapor, which is at the mist fountain over there. And then you're standing on the amphitheater, which in the winter, as many of you know, is flooded so that the ice can form. And that's used not only to finish the cycle of 3 cycles of water, but also to provide wonderful recreation. In this round plaza, she expands the water metaphor further by the ripples of the seating that expand further, much like as if one was to drop a pebble in the pond. So this site was the catalyst for an important cultural revitalization. It not only brings people down here to an important public art, it expands the public art collection of the city. A couple of, probably 3 years ago, I think, we dedicated the love sculpture behind us. And the museum site was selected in prime part because of the park being here. So I want to say thank you to all the people that were involved in making this happen. It's a true Grand Rapids thing for so many people to be collaborating towards something that provides public good. So thank you.
I'm Andrea Andres, and on behalf of Granger Construction, I'd like to say thank you for the opportunity to serve as your construction project manager. The significance of this park can't be overstated, and it's that much more impactful knowing the entire team delivered these improvements as strong partners. The City of Grand Rapids, with a special nod to PM Carrie Enriquez, Trip Frey at the foundation, our architect friends at Progressive AE, and of course, our subcontractor partners. Everybody understood the significance of the project and truly gave us an A+ effort. Thank you again.
Good morning. My name is Jim Mormon with Progressive AE, and on behalf of Progressive AE, thank you for this opportunity and for the inclusion in this project. I have a little bit of the journey to share with you, and there's going to be a lot of people that don't get personally thanked, but even looking out here today, Holly, Dan, David, Craig, Chris, I think there's a lot of people who need recognition, and we'll do that later. But on behalf of Progressive, I want to give the journey of 2000, the project was commencing, and we had the Celebrate for the Grand Rapids Art Museum, this very location when we cut the ribbon on that facility. So there's a great tie between art and the community and these two major civic assets. In 2017, this recent 5-year journey is about taking care of this asset. The extents that the team went through to source the products to in 2018 work on presenting the materials to Myolin Studios, and then in 19 to make that visit and finally concluded 20. Really, that's the last 5 years for Granger to start in 21. So wonderful project, a wonderful asset, and we're really proud to be part of the community. So thank you, everyone.
All right. Point, we are going to cut the ribbon. Could I get your hand over here?
There we go.
All right, let's join around. The mayor's got the scissors, and we can do a countdown here, everybody. Join us in 3. Good etiquette. All right, let's get our hands in here. Excellent. And in 3, 2, 1. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for joining us, everyone. You're welcome to some light refreshments on the terrace of the Grand Rapids Art Museum. We appreciate you coming out today. Thank you.